of Commerce, Howard Lutnick. Thanks, Howard. So, if you look at that, China, first row, China, 67%. That's tariffs charged to the USA, including currency manipulation and trade barriers. So, 67%, I think you can, for the most part, see it. Those with good eyes, with bad eyes. We didn't want to bring, it's very windy out here. We didn't want to bring out the big charts because it had no chance of standing. Fortunately, we came armed with a little smaller chart. So it's 67%, so we're going to be charging a discounted reciprocal tariff of 34%. I think, in other words, they charge us, we charge them less. So how can anybody be upset? They will be, because we never charge anybody anything, but now we're going to charge. European Union, they're very tough, very, very tough traders. You think of European Union, very friendly. They rip us off. It's so sad to see. It's so pathetic. 39%, we're going to charge them 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. Vietnam, great negotiators, great people. They like me, I like them. The problem is they charge us 90%. We're going to charge them 46% tariff. Taiwan, where they took all of our computer chips and semiconductors. We used to be the king, right? We were everything. We had all of it. Now we have almost none of it, except the biggest company is coming in. We're going to end up with almost 40%. Lee Zeldin's working to get their approvals. And it's an amazing company. Mr. Wei, of one of the great companies of the world, actually. They're coming in from Taiwan, and they're going to build one of the biggest plants in the world, maybe the biggest for that. But 64%, we're going to charge them 32%. Japan, very, very tough, great people. And again, I don't blame the people for doing it. I think they're very smart in doing it. I blame the people that sat right in that Oval Office, right over there, right behind the Resolute desk or whichever desk they chose. Japan, 46%. They would charge us 40%.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the DeMarkco Effect, where you get the full effect of me. And for the people, just to X out what y'all are going to say, already in the comment section. Look, since it's coming from Trump, it's not true. We already got that. We get that. You can still leave your comment down below, whatever, right? I always have this conversation with people. And when I talk to them about Donald Trump and the tariffs, they say, yeah, Donald Trump is ripping off these countries because Donald Trump is a businessman that had 6 failed businesses, and he had to file for bankruptcy over 5 times. And he's a convicted felon. And one thing I always say is, do you not know that other countries charge us tariffs, but they just don't blatantly say it? But it's out there for informational purposes. So we get charged tariffs, same as these other countries. They charge us tariffs, but y'all are so dumb that y'all think we the first person to do it, because Donald Trump is letting everything be known, and basically in front of the congregation, he's putting it in front and letting it be known, hey, this is what we're doing. And if you see this is basically half. So whatever they're charging us, he's essentially just doing half of a tariff back to him to get half of our money back. But for some of y'all look at it like it's wrong. Our country is charged a tariff of 90% to Vietnam. China, 67%. But y'all are like, yeah, China, we're doing China wrong. Because he's charging them half of what they're charging us. That's wrong. Hey, whatever.
36%, and much higher for certain items like cars, little items like cars. 46%, we're charging them 24%. India, very, very tough, very, very tough. The Prime Minister just left, and he's a great friend of mine, but I said, you're a friend of mine, but you're not treating us right. They charge us 52%. You have to understand, we charge them almost nothing for years and years and decades, and it was only 7 years ago when I came in, we started with China, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China in tariffs. And they understood, honestly. President Xi understood. He said, look, I understand. And the other countries, and they all understand. We're going to have to go through a little tough love, maybe, but they all understand. They're ripping us off, and they understood it. Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe. He was a fantastic man. He was unfortunately taken from us, assassination. But I went to him and I said, Shinzo, we have to do something. Trade is not fair. And he said, I know that. I know that. And he was a great gentleman. He was a fantastic man, but he understood immediately what I was talking about. I said, Shinzo, we have to do something. He said, I know that. And we worked out a deal, and it would have been a much better deal, but frankly, there were many years left in the deal that was made previous to my getting there, but it was something. If you look at Switzerland, 61% to 31%. Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia. Oh, look at Cambodia, 97%. We're going to bring it down to 49. They made a fortune with the United States of America. United Kingdom, 10%, and we'll go 10%. So we'll do the same thing. South Africa, 60%, 30%, and they've got some bad things going on in South Africa. You know, we're paying them billions of dollars, and we cut the funding because a lot of bad things are happening in South Africa. The fake news ought to be looking at it. They don't want to report it. Brazil, 10%, 10%. Bangladesh is 74%. So you see what's going on. Pakistan, 58%. Sri Lanka, 88%. So what we're doing is we're taking not the full, we could take the full 88%. Thanks a lot. He's doing a very good job. How's he doing?
Yeah, if anything, this should show y'all that when Donald Trump do business, he's fair at least. Like, he's fair. And to be honest, we're still getting ripped off anyways. So that is just to counteract whatever they're doing to us, and we're just going to have, by the way. And this is just us starting off. And our country has been doing better with numbers lately. So y'all have to understand that, like I always say, in order for our country to become better, it gets worse before it gets better. And it's starting to become better now. Right? It's just getting there. He's only been in office for 4 months. So for him to be charging tariffs and showing y'all the percentages and what they actually charge us, he's y'all president, whether y'all like it or not. And he's for the United States, whether y'all like it or not. Whether y'all don't like him as a person, that doesn't matter. Because if someone is doing a fantastic job, it doesn't matter how they are, to a certain extent. He's doing good as the president right now. Give him his credit and just leave it there. Because getting charged 97% for some of these countries and 79% is a ridiculous amount. But let this man would have charged China a 67% tariff, y'all would have went crazy. So leave y'all thoughts down below. Leave a like for the algorithm. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It also pushes the video to more people, right? Other than that, for the person that just subscribed, I love you. If you already subscribed, I love you already. But other than that, make sure y'all have a good evening, good day, good night, good morning, wherever y'all at, and I'll see y'all.